welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the start of my entrepreneur series. I am so excited. So let's go ahead and get started, sis. Okay, so first of all, outfit is by Ajay Official, which is my company. This is a two-piece set, long sleeve, kind of like crop top, and then shorts. Okay, this will be dropping on the website on our launch day, which is July 3rd, Friday, July 3rd. So don't forget to follow my Instagram page, which will be down below, Facebook too, and then head over to the website and put in your email address so that we can send you notifications the week, week that we launch. Okay, and then as well as, different deals that will be, going on. Some of them will be specific to the email subscribers only. So you definitely want to make sure that you sign up for that. So let's go ahead and get started with becoming a boss, because I think it's been a month. Oh, it's been over a month. I wish I would have written down my exact start date, but I don't have it written down, but it was like, it's probably been like maybe a month and a half or so since I really started thinking about starting a business. So I have some notes here, so I'm going to be looking down a little bit, but I wanted this first episode to be really just about how you start. So this series is literally going to be following me until I launch my business. My business has not launched yet. It does not launch until Friday, July 3rd. So you guys are kind of going to be following along with me while we get ready to that launch date. And I wanted to do it this way instead of coming back. I see a lot of videos where they've launched a business, it's been several months, or maybe it's been over a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they come back and talk about things that they've done and what they did wrong and whatever. I kind of wanted it to be like you guys following along with me on my journey. So first thing that I did was started brainstorming a name. Picking a name is the most important part of the business. You cannot do anything until you have a name. You can't do nothing. You cannot do anything. You cannot buy a domain. You cannot get a virtual office. You cannot create an Instagram, create a Facebook. You can't create a website. You can't do anything. You can't get your seller's permit, nothing without a name. So you have to think of a name first. Names will come easier to some people than it will to others. For me, it was extremely difficult because I knew that I did not want to include the word boutique, shop, apparel, closet, none of that. I didn't want any of that in my name because I have plans on being a true businesswoman and doing additional things besides this. So when I do something else, it will be a branch off of Ajay Official. That is my overarching brand, and I did that intentionally with, I wouldn't even say the hopes, because it will be done in the future. There will be other businesses. So I just wanted to make sure that I came up with a good name, something that I truly loved, but something as well that can kind of go into something else, become something else, have other branches in the future. So first thing you do, pick a name. Okay, well, first thing is really pick a business, like what you're going to be selling, but I feel like that should just come to you. So once you've done that, pick a name. Next thing you want to do, personally, I would recommend that you purchase your inventory first if you're going to be purchasing anything from overseas. So if you're going to be selling clothing, lashes, if you're going to be doing lip gloss, but you're going to be buying it wholesale instead of making your own, a lot of that stuff is going to be coming straight from China, and it's going to be a while before it gets to you. It's going to be maybe 3 weeks before it comes to you, maybe a month. Some people get an idea of a boutique or anything, lashes, whatever. They get the idea, they want to go boom, boom, boom. They want to launch next week. You can't do anything with no inventory. You cannot launch if you don't have inventory. So, and searching for inventory, especially clothes, any type of clothes or shoes, it's going to take a long time for you to find a vendor, what you're looking for. Even if you pay for a vendor list, which can range anywhere from $30 to $300, depending on what list you buy, if you choose to buy a list. Even that, communicating with those people, whether it's through a website, it's through text messaging, WhatsApp, email, whatever, it's going to take a while for you to communicate with them, decide what you want, pay for it, shipping or processing shipping before it gets to you. So I would say start looking at your inventory first. The next thing that you would want to do is get an office. So personally, well, I wouldn't say personally, I would say most women who start boutiques, any type of like selling anything online. I'm going to be saying boutique a lot, but this goes with lashes, lip gloss, shoes, whatever you're going to be selling. Okay, this pretty much, it just goes with that as well. You tend to work out of your home. You do not want to have a return address of your home. Okay, you don't want anybody to know where you live. So you can get a P.O. box or you can get a virtual office. I believe for your reseller's permit, you cannot have a P.O. box. I'm pretty sure it has to be a real address. So I recommend that you get a virtual office, which is what I did. Googled it, or wouldn't even say Googled it, YouTubed it, found videos about virtual offices. There was a girl, she went through the whole process of like recommending a good website to use. It was extremely easy and it cost me $100. And I believe that was for the year. It is a real address in my real city. That's my return address. What is my business address? It's blah, blah, blah. Like literally that's what you're going to use forever. Now there will be some documents that you will have to fill out where you will give your own personal information, but that information is not available to the public and has absolutely no relation to anything that your customer will be seeing. So you want to do that. After you do that and you have a name, you have an office, it's like it's a real business. You're almost there. So the next thing you want to do is either do a sole proprietor or an LLC. I chose to do an LLC. The main reason I chose to do an LLC is because if you guys have not been to my channel before, you might not know this, but I am a pharmacist. I have a real career, a real profession, a real doctorate degree. If anything happens to my business, I don't need anyone coming for the money that I have been making there. I need it to be a separate entity. And so because of that, that is the reason that I made it an LLC. If you don't think that's necessary, then you don't have to do it. You do have to pay for it. I believe it was $105 for me to do it, but it's a one-time cost. So it really wasn't that big of a deal to me. You can, of course, start with the sole proprietor and then transfer or transition over to an LLC in the future, maybe in a few months, a year, 2 years, whatever. If you're kind of starting a business, but you're kind of like, I just kind of want to see how it goes, but you're not really sure, it probably doesn't really make sense to pay for that LLC. But I knew that this is going to be something that I was going to be extremely dedicated to and that I plan on, making it big. So I was like, let me go ahead and do that. So I did do that. Once you do that, you're going to need a reseller's permit. Now, this is important to make your business official. If you are doing, I won't say any type of vendor, but a lot of these vendors, whether you're communicating with them through email, whatever, or if it's a website, require you to have a reseller's permit. You have to actually submit the documents. It's proof, like it has to be stamped by the Secretary of State. It has to be a real thing. Like you can't fake it. You can't be like, oh yeah, I have one. Like no, like they're really gonna ask you for the documents in order for you to be approved to even enter the website. So that's very important. You have to get that. It's different for every state. Mine was, I believe, about $100. And I got it immediately. Like it was quick, boom. Like it was emailed within 24 hours. I received it. It was mailed to my home, hard copy, in less than a week. So very easy for the state of Louisiana. If you're outside of Louisiana, I can't tell you how long it's going to take or how much it's going to cost. I watched a video and a girl said, I think she was in Miami. I think she said it was like $300 or something for that. And it took her like a few weeks to get it. So you'll just have to, Google it and look at, you can probably find it on a YouTube video for your state, or just, Google that information and find out how much it's going to cost and how long it's going to take depending on what state you're in. So me just briefly mentioning the budget, I kind of keep throwing out, oh, it was this much, it was that much, whatever. I'm going to discuss budget in video number 2, how much money I have spent so far, what I have spent it on, and also discuss getting a business account. So that will be in episode 2. So I'm not going to go really into too much detail about how much things cost. So the next thing that you want to do is research. We're on YouTube right now. Like I'm literally making a YouTube video talking about all this stuff. This is basically, if you are looking at this video and you want to start a business, you should be writing down everything that I'm saying that you need to do, because this is what I've done so far. And this is what you should be doing if you want to start a business. And all this information that I've gotten, I mean, by now, at this point, I've actually done it myself. But before, I was on YouTube Googling or researching how I should go about starting a business. So I will link some YouTubers that I really like down below, who really helped me to, kind of get going. I watch tons of videos, you guys. Be sure to research and see what information you can get for free. You're going to start seeing ads pop up on Facebook and Instagram about businesses, about workbooks that people are selling, about you need this if you want to start a business. It's going to cost you $100, and this is all the information that you're going to need. We're going to talk about blah, 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 blah. When really you could just get on YouTube and find most of the information for free. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with paying for a vendor list. There's nothing wrong with paying for marketing information. There's nothing wrong with paying for the information that I'm giving you now in more detail if that's something that you want to do. But just try to see what you can get for free first, okay? Then you want to do your logo. Your business needs a logo. Your logo is going to go on everything. It's going to be on your Instagram. It's going to be on your Facebook. It's going to be on your website. It's going to be on your thank you cards if you get those, business cards. You need a recognizable logo. You can make it yourself. There are tons of videos out there on YouTube that show you how to make a logo. You can do that. You can get on Fiverr, which is Fiverr. And you can hire a graphic designer to make a logo for you. They are pretty inexpensive, can range anywhere from $20 to $50 depending on who you get and what you're asking them for. So just do some research on that as well. And then after you do this stuff, you'll kind of start getting into your website. So you can do Wix for your website, you can do Big Cartel, you can do Shopify. Those are the main three. I chose to do Shopify. You do have to pay for it. It is not free. I believe for a year, I will be paying $375, including tax, for the year. You can pay it monthly if that's something that you would like to do. But I wanted to go ahead and pay it out for the year and be done with that. So in order to set that up, you will need to buy a domain, which is why I said that you must have a name. You must have a name, okay? So you have to buy your domain, which will be your name. So my domain is ajayofficial.com. I bought it, it's mine, and that's what I plug into Shopify. That's how when you go to my website and you type in your email address, that is what you're getting, my domain, and that's my Shopify coming together for the website. So that's very important as well. The next thing, and kind of the last thing, is going to be talking about workbooks and IG promotion. So I did purchase workbooks. I will link them down below. They are by Boss Divas, and this is one of them right here. I printed this off. She does ebooks, but you can print it. I printed mine at Office Max. You do have to pay for it. Obviously, it's not free, but you can print it out, from your printer. You're going to end up using a lot of ink, or you can just look at it on your laptop or whatever, and then just kind of take notes on paper. But this is one of them. It's 4 of them. This one is called Instagram Success. And she basically just kind of goes into different things about how to create a good, visually appealing Instagram. How to make things look uniform, developing a theme, colors, how to do ads, marketing techniques, just tons of things that I feel like it was really, really great information. And then there are 4 different workbooks about 4 different things. So I will put her IG down below so you guys can check those out as well. And then, I think that might be pretty much it that I wanted to talk about in here. I didn't want to go into too much detail. I kind of just wanted to give an overview of the things that you should be looking into if you are going to be starting a business. This is kind of like a checklist. You should kind of be able to go through and be like, did that, and everything should slowly start coming together. So I am going to be doing a Q&A as well. So the very last video of this series, which I believe is going to be video or episode 6, I will be going through all the comments that I've received and coming up with a list and discussing all of that. So the questions that you guys have asked, if you wanted me to go into more detail on something, or if maybe you wanted me to go into more detail and I decide to do a completely different dedicated video for that, then I will do that as well for you guys. So that's pretty much going to be it for this episode 1. I still will be responding to some comments down below, so you can still comment. I'll most likely will get back to you. If I don't, then that means I can just consider it, maybe I already answered it, or maybe I think it's a really big topic and I kind of want to keep it, I want to do a video for it because it might be too much for me to try to explain underneath the video. Now keep in mind, this is what I've done. If you choose not to do any of this and you choose to go about it a different way, that's on you, sis. But I'm just letting you know the steps that I have taken so far in my business. And like I said, we will be discussing budgets in episode 2. So with that being said, I think this is pretty much the end of this video. Don't forget to follow me and my company. I will leave the the handles down below so you guys can follow me. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Bye.